Hello everyone, my name is Jared Hill and I'm creating this video just to cover another game that I'm uploading to my portfolio. The name of this game is Dark Ascension and it was initially created for a game jam back in 2016. The game was created in the Unity 3D game development engine by myself, Darren O'Neill, Kevin Friddle, William Sandberg, Jonathan Gilmer, Phoenix Alexander Wright, and Jakari Rush. We used a couple of tools to create this game, one being Unity 3D, another being Adobe Photoshop, Blender 3D, and Mixamo. Our sound guys also created several sound assets as far as footsteps and the main menu scene or music and the music within the actual game, but I'm unsure as to which applications they used for that. I made several updates to the game from the Game Jam version, the biggest updates being the AI of the game being able to actually enter a patrol state, a chase state, and tweaking the fire state of the enemy so that the bullets are launched at a much more appropriate time. I also created a new level, which I'll show after just a quick play test or play demo. So let's go ahead and enter the game. As you can see here, we've got a very basic menu. You can just click on play, which takes us to a loading scene and then into the actual game scene. So we do also have a leveling system here so that we can learn new skills, and once I get skill points I will also be able to update the stats of the player. Now as you can see, this first enemy here is just in a stationary mode, so he'll just stand there. And this enemy over here is actually in patrol mode. Now I can actually update some stats here. There we go. Oops. Okay, I believe that covers the basic gist of the gameplay. I do have a few more enemies over here that I could go through, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to go ahead and end that playthrough there. And now we will actually take a look at the level I created. So this is the actual level that I created. I got a lot of these assets off the Unity Asset Store, and these were initially added in for the Game Jam development time in order to reduce the amount of time it took to actually get the game up and running. So rather than creating all of our own 3D models, we pulled in the characters from Mixamo, and a lot of these assets are from the Sci-Fi Modular Pack on the Unity Asset Store. As you can see, this level is pretty straightforward. You start over here and then move through to the end over here. There are several enemies sort of scattered throughout the level, each with their own patrolling waypoints. We've got a couple of objects that you can hide behind pretty easily, and we do have the navigation mesh or nav mesh built into this level as well. That's what the enemies use to actually move around. For the enemy AI, I do actually have a finite state machine that I can go ahead and pull up and show you. So this is the basic, or this is the script for the AI of the game. As you can see, I'm using the third-person character controller from Unity's standard assets, as well as the nav mesh agent, and we've got animator controller, and then our basic states outlined here. We're just doing a lot of setup throughout here, and then our start is getting several references to the components needed before finally setting up the initial state and starting our coroutine, which is FSM, short for finite state machine. And again, we're saying while alive, we will switch through these states. Each of these states has their own conditions for moving into other states. The idle state just has a quick Boolean flag check to see if this particular enemy is marked as stationary, and if it is, then it will just continuously stay in that one spot. If not, then we have a basic timer in which the enemy waits before patrolling. The patrolling just chooses a random waypoint to move towards and then moves towards that waypoint. Once we get within a certain distance, we choose a new random waypoint. The chase method or state actually moves towards the player depending on the distance to the player. So if we're within a certain distance of the player, we don't move any closer. The fire state obviously just instantiates a bullet towards the player. And then finally we have our fixed update, which is being used to create the raycast that actually detect the player. Okay, I think that covers everything I wanted to cover in this very quick demo. If you have any questions, please leave comments or like the portfolio on Behance. And as always, thank you for watching.